will help them and sending and receiving the information. So once it is received, then first the person will be able to see the content. Sorry. So the person will be able to see the content once it is received. Next, we are going to discuss about internet terminology. There are many terminologies which are used, so we will just learn one by one. First, we are going to discuss about World Wide Web. World Wide Web, or WWW, or simply the web, it is a collection of electronic documents called web pages that are linked together like a spider web. So the WWW, it's a collection of electronic documents that are linked together like a spider web. These documents are stored on the computer called servers located around the world. So you can think that it is a collection of documents. So, but what is the single document is called? So, the single document, it is called as a web page. A web page, it is an electronic document written in the computer language called hypertext markup language. So, the web pages can contain the text, graphics, videos, animation, sound, as well as the interactive features such as data entry forms. So, you might be thinking that when you are applying for any course, or if you're filling any application for your job, so you can see there will be an online application. So those applications you will be sending it from for your if I'm applying for National Institute of Open Schooling, then I have to visit their particular website. Then in that particular website I will be filling the application form, then I will be submitting it to them. So the whatever the information I have passed, that will be stored in the backend, and the informations will be retried by them whenever they want to process it. So each page has a unique address known as Uniform Resource Locator that identifies its location on the internet. Web pages usually contain the hyperlinks to other web pages. Hyperlinks identify the URL to enable the easy access. So a lot of things are interrelated. So when I am doing a web page, I will be doing the web page in hypertext markup language. That hypertext markup language I will be using, and if I use that particular language, I may be able to add text, videos, graphics, or animation, sound, or I can create the form. So once I have created the form, and that particular page will be having the address called the Uniform Resource Locator that identifies location on the internet. So when I type www.nios.ac.in, so that says that it searches the page in the server and it will give me the particular page. So I will be able to see the home page of the NIOS website. So the web pages usually contain the hyperlinks to other web pages. So if you see NIOS website, from one page to you can go to other pages. So there will be a home page when you visit the particular website. If you want to go to other pages, like suppose you have clicked the departments, then you will be seeing the list of departments. It may be for academic, vocational, and other administration departments will be there. So if you click academic, then you will be redirected to another web page. If you want to go back to the previous page, then you can click the home page and then you will come back to the first page of the website. So the first page of the website is called the home page. So when I'm able to link from one page to another page, I'm using there, it's a hyperlink. I'm calling it the hyperlinks identify the URL to enable easy access. So next we are going to discuss about the website. Website or the site, it is one or more web pages belonging to a particular institution or a company or university, government, or an individual. So the first page of the particular website is called as home page, which acts as an index indicating the content on the particular website. Home page of any website will have the hyperlink of other web pages of that particular website. Next we are going to discuss, that is web server. Web server, it is a computer that stores the web pages. It is responsible for accepting the request from the user and serve them with the web pages. Some important web server programs are Internet Information Server, Apache and all. So the web servers are connected to the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it will work 24/7. Next we are going to discuss, that is hyperlink. Hyperlink, an element in an electronic document that links to another place in the same document or an entirely different document or other resource. Hyperlinks usually appear as underlined text and in a different color, but they may also appear as graphics such as buttons or you can write, or you can even write a message that click here. So it will come with an different color, and there will be an underline. The hyperlinks may link to different place in the same web page or to a different web page to play an audio or to a video file, or to download a file or a document, to set up a message to an email address, and to link to other internet resources. So if you're worked with other like presentation software or something, or if you have seen any presentation, the person who is presenting the PPT, while doing the presentation, he may want to refer some videos, or he may want to show some of the reference materials. There he uses the hyperlink. So when you are presenting, if you click on the particular link, so what will happen if I linked particular website or audio or video file on that particular link, so that will be played. So during the presentation also, I will be able to show you the documents or the website which I want to show it to you. So there also we can use the hyperlink, or when you are working with the hypertext markup language, while designing the web pages, if you want to move from one place to another web page, then there also you can use hyperlink. So you might have seen some of the websites where they will be used that click here to go back, or click here to move to reach the top of the page, or click here to see the bottom of the page. Or if you want to link to another web pages, then there might be a text which is present. They may not write click here, or they may use some different words or related to the particular page. They used to give the hint. So if you click on the particular word or text which is totally hyperlinked, then you will be able to see the other page of the web page. So here they have linked the particular page in their website. Next we have used the hypertext markup language. So the hypertext markup language which helped us in creating the web pages. So this is a language that consists of certain keywords called tags. Those are used for writing the documents on the web. Then during the session we discussed about URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. Every page on the web has a unique address called Uniform Resource Locator, or URL, that indicates where the page is stored on the internet. A sample URL, you can refer the material of CRM Domestic Voice, where we have given the sample URL, where we mentioned that http://www.learnthenet.com/English/glossary or something. So here the HTTP part says the hypertext transfer protocol used to access the HTML document, and website name, like here they have used learn the net. So the same way we can use www.nios.ac.in. So that nios.ac.in, that is called the domain name, the server where the page is located. And if you in that particular website, if you have used some other pages, it may be departments, then those particular folders or other paths will mention where the page is located. And if suppose I have opened the admission page, so the admission page, and after that you will be seeing some HTML, .html or .html. So that name and with extension name, you can call that as a file name of the particular web page. Then Next, we are going to discuss about the Internet Protocol address. IP address, it is a unique address that computing the devices such as personal computers, tablets, and smartphones use to identify itself and communicate with other devices in the IP network. Usually, the IP address, it comes in the format like it will be a 12 digits, so it will be, I am just representing as XXX, so xxx.xxx.xxx.xxx. So here that X may be any number. If I say XXX, then it is a 3-digit number that varies from 0 to 255. So we can say that 192.100.8.56. So here this is an unique address. So the IP address is always unique. So to view the IP address, we can use the IP config command line tools. To launch the command prompt, as we know that you can click the start button. From there we can choose all programs, then we can choose accessories, then we can choose command prompt. Once we have chosen the command prompt, then we can type the keyword IP config, CYNFIG. So IP config, IP CYNFIG, and we have to press the enter key. So once we have given that command, we will be able to see the IP address. Next, we are going to discuss that is domain name system. Every host has a unique host number called IP address. So you can connect to any host through the IP address only. But it is difficult to remember the 4-digit number of hosts. So to resolve this, we are having the domain name. The domain name, it is a unique name of the individual host site on the internet. With this, every computer on the internet now has both the domain name and the IP address. To connect to any host through domain name, we require some mechanism that will convert our domain name into IP address. Domain name system, it is the standard for resolving the names to addresses. It is used mostly to translate between the domain names and IP addresses. So this is about the internet and internet terminology. We discussed about how we can connect, what are the different types of connections are there, and what are the different terminologies which are used. Next, we are going to discuss about you might have seen the domains for education purpose we will use different domain, and if it is for even if in the NIOS website you might have seen www.nios.ac.in. So why